Is that yours? Oh, nice. Thank you. What do we, because you walk over the bridge, was it the C what? The C15? Oh, fine.
It works.
Beautiful. Are you got a presentation or can I just speak?
Yes, they have
Just sit in the middle. Any one of these seats, please. Hello. How are you? To speak.
Good afternoon, all. My name is Joyce Jechi from Ghana, a journalist from the only National Broadcasting Corporation, which is GBC for short. And I'm the moderator of this afternoon session, which is on renewable energy for communities in Ghana. I have with me Portia Edumensa, National Coordinator for the 350 Ghana, an NGO. Portia, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, and thank you for making time to join our press conference. We have a campaign that we call Renewable Energy for Communities because we have an NGO in Ghana, which is 350 Ghana, which is also part of 350.org. Basically, we believe in the fact that we want everybody to understand what it means, what the climate change conversation is, and how it translates into our communities, and how to be able to achieve what we are targeting globally. We need to be able to push for more renewable energy, as it was engaged in last year's COP on tripling renewable energy. So as young advocates, what we decided on is to be able to champion what we call renewable energy for communities, whereby we use this avenue to be able to engage students in their universities on what climate change is and how they can be part of the conversation. As advocates as well, we don't want to leave anyone behind. We do programs for young people below 12 years, whereby they have the opportunity to also do an artwork, where we call it activism for renewable energy. So these young people are able to draw a car with a solar panel on top, just to showcase what they understand by what renewable energy is. And as we go further, we have what we call the Renewable Energy Summit, whereby we help young people from the colleges to be able to showcase what they think and they can do, the designs, because we believe in an African-based solution. And we think that our young people can be innovators, and we give them the chance to be able to exhibit what their renewable energy ideas are. And this has really gone a long way to impact our communities, as well as falling in line with the national NDCs as well, which is the PO42. We try our best to go into these communities and engage them. As we are at COP, every conversation that is being discussed here, we translate it for our young people and our communities to understand. We make sure that we translate also in their local dialect to help them. This has really helped us, and it has all been by the intervention of 350.org, who has been training our young people and also building our capacity to be able to match up to this level. And as 350, we are young advocates, and we believe in that renewable energy is the future. In as much as we believe in renewable energy as the future, we realize that there is a gap that has to be bridged, because we have to make sure we are being more innovations, not wasting land in the name of renewable energy. So at least solar panels can be put on rooftops and other things, car park rooftops. And these are some of the ideas as young Africans we are bringing on board and pushing it at the national level, so that at the end of the day, we can also have a say at the table. Fortunately for us, our work is being captured in this year's updated NDCs, and we are proud of that. Thank you.
Thank you, Portia. I think Portia alone can't explain everything, so I have with me here Patricia Odebia Bekwe, who is the administrator of the project. Patricia, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. So as part of our activities this year, Portia had mentioned a lot of projects that we do, but as part of our activities this year, we're able to engage some women in the savannah part of Ghana, which is Domangri. Domangri, there's a district that has about 52 communities that are not on the national grid. In fact, they've never seen lights before, and so we went to one of that 52 communities to power one community, which is a 65 household community, and it was shocking and also amazing, because even after their homes had been powered with solar, after dark, they were still in the dark because they've gotten used to it. And we had to go around each home again, reminding them that they have a source of power. Aside that, we also engaged the students in Sandema Senior High School and technical schools on how, as young people, they can come up with innovative ideas in the renewable energy space, and also took them through. We have volunteers that are experts who took them through building their own solar bulbs using waste products such as the plastic containers and the e-waste materials that we get, and also guiding them on the career path of renewable energy, the career part of in renewable energy. And one big thing that we did this year was to put together a solar kiosk on wheels, which is a whole structure. It's a resource center in a slum community known as the Old Fadama in the Greater Accra region. And that community is the dumping site for e-waste products. And so they get to see a lot of these solar batteries and panels, and they do not know what to do with it. So we're also able to take them through trainings to see how they can revamp these batteries and solar panels they get in their dump sites. And also we're able to put together a solar kiosk, because we need to, in order for them to believe what we are training them on, we need to give them an example, something to look up to. So we put together a kiosk that is powered by solar, and it also serves as a resource hub where they can charge their gadgets, their phones, their tablets, and use it for community advocacy. So it's just for the community. We are monitoring the progress, but the project, the whole kiosk was donated to the community, and the community leaders are in charge of making sure that it's sustainable. And the other thing we've done this year is our vote for RE, because, of course, we are heading for the polls in December. And so one thing we did as young people, as 350, was to mobilize other CSOs who are also in the energy sector to be able to push our agenda in terms of renewable energy. So what we did was write petitions to the various political parties requesting for their interventions in terms of energy and in terms of renewable energy when they come into power. And we're able to get some response from these political parties, giving us some of their manifestos and the things they would want to do in terms of renewable energy. We also, through the Vote for RE march, so we march from the Principal Streets, Oxford Street, and Nosu, through to the Parliament House, where we submitted our petition to the Speaker of Parliament. And we believe as young people, these are some of the things that we need to put ourselves into it, and to be able to push the RE agenda, and also to be able to make our voices heard. And not just making our voices heard, but also be able to give a real impact of whatever advocacy we are doing, and make the people also believe in it and rally behind it. Thank you.
You stated that you are in Accra, where you have those solar kiosk on wheel.
Yeah.
In some of the communities, we see people paying something to really get their phones charged and whatnot. Is that the same, or that is for free?
So, like I said earlier, the solar kiosk is for the community. So we don't want to dictate to the community what they should do with it. So the chiefs in that slum community, there are 16 sub-chiefs there. So the chiefs are coming together to decide whether they should charge for a fee or whether it should be free. And because we also want the sustainability of the project, because it's just one slum community, we want to be able to also impact other communities. In fact, all the sub-chiefs want their own solar kiosks, and so we want them to come up with their own initiative or idea on how they want to run the solar kiosk. If they want to be charging a certain amount for charging phones, then that money will go back into building another solar kiosk for the community.
You talked about the solar project in the northern region, yeah, and also that of the Greater Accra, where they have this energy kiosk, solar kiosk. What about your project in the central and Volta region?
So in the central region and Volta region has all been advocacies. In the central region in Apam, a lot of women who sell at night have shifted from using the local lantern, which we call the bobo, which is powered by kerosene, to solar bulbs. So we went there to do advocacy, introduce them to the solar products. And then we went back after a year to do monitoring, realized that even the smaller solar bulbs we gave them, they had gone to buy bigger ones, because one of the impacts they said has helped them was that they were spending a lot on buying fuel, as in the kerosene, for the bobo. And for the solar bulbs, they are able to just put in the sun and then it charges for them, and they're able to sell at night. And that of the Volta region, we also did same with the women there. We trained them on how to do build their own solar bulbs. And also with the women, we don't just do training, we also take them through the clean cooking mechanisms. And one thing we realized in the Volta, the community we went to, is that they have the coconut husk in abundance. So when we talked about the briquettes with the coconut husk, they were interested, and we are making plans with the Queen Mother, and also in talks with other private institutions that do the briquettes to be able to set up maybe their small manufacturing, even if it's not a fully manufacturing system, but partially in the community, so that it can engage the women in the briquette process.
Going back to the northern region again, I want to find out whether the lighting system, that is all that you provide them, or you really engage them, or trying to get money to really help them with other economic activities? So
we, aside the lighting, the economic activity there is the women are mostly into the process of shea butter, and we were made to understand that they do this mostly in the evenings. That's when the sun sets, that's when it's conducive for them. But because they also don't have lights, mostly they depend on the bobo or the torch lights, which is difficult because then somebody will have to hold it and be helping them whilst they do their processing. And so we also engage them in the clean cooking mechanism as well. We are still not done with them. We'll go there again because it's a continuous project, and we want to also impact the other 51 communities that are not on the national grid.
Okay, thank you. But you said you've been to the north. Can we have evidence of what you did, or what has enabled these women to really enjoy their communities?
Yes.
My name is Adams. Martina Kromha Eche, and Phoebus 30 years. Electricity in her. Tam no Eddie, dear friend, crazy, Eddie Guso, sad brain, crazy Niho. Using a torch, you see a torch, a batter. Siciano so batter no so torn. Quadi. A time no, or Mumbana say, dear son, a heading Maumo. I don't know, a heading, or banning the mission, Jesse, we are.
So I'm Portia Domba, a teacher at Domangri DA Primary School. Domangri is at Sola Tuna Kalba District under the Kon traditional area. I've been a professional teacher in this community for the past 2 years, and this is my 3rd year. Some of the challenges I encountered in this community has to do with electricity. And this electricity is one of the major challenges because it affects the studies of the students. You give them homework, they come back to school and it's not done. And even sometimes, aside that, the economic activities of the women in this community is being affected because most of the women are into shea butter production, and there's no nut, there's no crusher. Even if somebody brings a nut or crusher in this community, it can't be worked on because there's no electricity. And this is something that needs light.
My name is Jane Stanley Mandompre, a member of 350 and a team lead for women in RE. So we are here in Domangri to power 65 households.
is Portia Dumensa. I am the National Coordinator for 350 Ghana Reducing Our Carbon. Today, we are in Domangri, which is in the Savannah region of Ghana. And thanks to GGF support and 350 Africa and 350.org, we are here in Domangri to provide 65 households with 65 bulbs and 3 solar street lights. The reason for this intervention is that they have 51 of these communities with more households without lights. And out of the 51 communities, we are here to power one of that 51 communities. And it has 65 households. And it's in line with our Women in Renewable Energy. As part of this action, we are teaching them clean cooking mechanisms that will help our women because they are most vulnerable when it comes to climate change. And we are here to teach them mitigation and adaptation measures that can help them in their homes. We are hoping to be able to raise community champions. These community champions are expected to help them to fix these simple bulbs when they have a challenge. And they will be doing it themselves to showcase that we can have an African-based solution to our climate change issues. We want to thank our sponsors and want to thank our team for making it here. And it's going to be an exciting day. The chiefs are happy, the communities are happy. And we say thank you very much. 350 Power Up Domangri, Power Up Africa. RE Power Up Africa. Thank you.
I guess we've all seen a little of what they are doing in the northern parts of the country. If there are questions to be answered, we are open, so the floor is open for questions.
All right. So this amazing work was done. We had to travel about 12 hours to these communities. And it's very interesting to know that we have people who still don't have access to electricity. And we are looking forward to solutions in these interventions to help them. One thing that we believe in as young people is that to be able to achieve this, we need to triple the investment on renewable energy to help these people. As we are here in COP, we should not look at how much money we are making, the trillions, but we should see people over profit and see how we can intervene and help these people that are the grassroots and need your support. We are open for collaborations, and we are here because we believe that we can do something and to cause the change and the impact that we are all looking out for. Thank you.
Okay. My name is Tom Schroeder, and I work for EDF Trading. We're part of EDF Group, the French state-owned utility. I was wondering whether you had considered the generation of carbon credits or international renewable energy certificates as funding sources for your project, or maybe additional projects? Thank you.
So yes, it's one of the things that we are looking out for because Ghana is trying to put together a document about carbon credits, and we have had series of training in line with that, and we are pushing for this community to be able to have access. And it's very important. We are ready to collaborate to also help them in that direction because we believe that every little support, every little opportunity that can help these communities counts.
So there's a lot that we do that we didn't talk about, but you can get more information on our website, www.350ghana.org, or you can send us an email at 350groc@gmail.com, and we are ready to partner and collaborate in all of our projects. Thank you.
Any more questions? I have to wait for the next 5 minutes to close.
We are installing this panel here for Domangri DA Primary School, that is in the Savannah region, and they've never had an opportunity to see light, any source of electricity. So with this, in the evenings, if the kids want to learn, they can come here and then learn with this lights. And you see around, when darkness falls, this place, there's no light. So installing this will help the community to as well do other activities here, and then we'll have the teachers here stay much longer. If they have anything doing after darkness, they will stay here and then work.
Pakala. Ian Latin, I am in Potito Portalayam. Give me yes a good work, but my name I came to the telephone. I'm fighting Liverpool, Bow by Baconia and Canagan. The line soon yelling up at it to Portalayam. Lawari. Yes, so dear.
Hunga ya wakote te popi adna ya ha si mo so ba ka mbangere ka hotatal ngan ka bibi wo yisa kuwa ba mena mo to an lasin ire ba ye kan ba bangere te ba ngam bangere na ban to no batoma ka men ngere me to ye imi ye kan na ko ngere ina te na ngere na ye
My name is Comfort. This solar lamp will help us study better and also make our home safer.
Thank you very much, 350 Ghana, for the amazing work you are doing up north and also in the parts of the region. Thank you, Patricia, and also thank you very much for this opportunity. We hope you get more support to really put more smiles on the faces of other women in Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you.